Hi, welcome back. So in the previous video, we have learned how we can create hero section, stats, and languages section. So in this video, we are going to create the next section. So it will be that how it works. So let's just get started with this. So let me just get a screenshot. Click on this, click on that, select the area. Let me just select this, then simply click on the copy and it will simply create a copy of that screenshot. Now go back to Claude and paste this and just simply type it now this section. So now our thread in the Claude understand everything, so we don't need to emphasize anything and everything all the time. Okay. So here we have the step one. So let's just open the editor, go to the data, open the data.js. Now let me just copy everything. So it's here. Let's copy this and now paste at the end. So Control S, saving it. Now go back again where we have the section. In the section, we need a new file called method.tsx. So let me just go to the key, check the components sections. We don't have that file here. So let's just right click on it and simply paste the name. It will automatically create a new file. Now go back to the Chrome, copy everything, go back to the paste the code. Everything looks good so far. Now for the Chrome, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Now we need to wire it up. So open the page file, app, page. First create a link. Now call the method. So here we have that. So Control S, everything looks good, good, good. There is no issue. So open the editor. So here we have R in the Chrome. Let's just refresh it and see if everything looks perfectly fine or not. Actually, it does. There is no issue with that. Or okay, yeah, this looks perfect. No issue with that. Everything looks perfectly good. So it's pretty simple. There is no need to worry about anything. So now this section. So let me just use the print spawn method. Simply get the screenshot, go back to Claude, simply paste. Now this section and hit enter. Now everything will go smoothly without any disruption. Okay. So here we have that. So let me just so we are going to start with the data.js. So it's completed. So simply copy all the data, go to our editor, simply go to the bottom section, paste your data, open the Chrome. Now we need to create a new UI file. So simply copy this, go back to editors, collapse the section, open the UI, right click on it, create a new file called waveform. Open this, copy everything, go back to the editor, paste everything. Looks perfect. Scroll down. We need one more thing is a progress bar. Do we have that? We don't. So right click on it, create a new file in the UI, copy everything, and simply paste it. Looks good. Now scroll down. We need a new section called lesson demo. Copy this, open the sections, right click on it, create new file, paste here, copy the data, paste everything. Looks good, no issue, no error. Scroll down to the bottom, and here we have another section called lesson only. So create a new file, paste the name, copy the code, paste the code, looks good. Scroll down to the bottom, now wire it up. Copy everything, open the page file, paste here, call it lesson, and save it. Hopefully everything looks good. Go back to the website. Here you can see it looks perfect without any issue. Okay. So let me just check that. Looks perfect. Okay. Now scroll down to the next section. We need a progress section as well. So let me just get the screenshot there. So here is the screenshot. Now this section. So now it will help us to create this particular section. So it's created. So first thing we need to start with data. So it's creating the data files for us. Okay, it's done. So let's just copy this. Go back to the editor. Okay, let me just close some of the files or maybe close all the files so they can easily see everything. So scroll down, open the data file, go to the last and paste. Now next thing we need, okay, so that will be another time. So in the mosaic we need this UI, create a new file or mosaic, copy everything and simple paste it. Now let's scroll down to the bottom and here you can see a new section called progress card. So right click on it, create a new file, hit paste, copy everything, go back to the editor, paste everything. So looks error. Let's just give it a time. Scroll down to the bottom. Now we need a progress section. Right click on it, create a new file, simply paste, copy everything, paste everything. Looks perfect. Now we need to call this up. Open the page file, call this, and we need to call this as well. Progress. Save it. Okay, maybe. So let's just try it. If we still see the error, we still does. So let's just copy the error, go back to there, just simply paste the error, and it will automatically help us to find the result. Okay. So we need to fix some thing in data. So let me just copy this, open the editor, open the data. You need to find the card. So here we have the card section. So it's linked to, I believe, that section. Simply paste it. Everything looks cool. Now we are getting 200. So that means everything works perfectly fine without any issue. So it does. Now let's come back to the next section. It's the tutor. So let me just get another print screen, copy everything, go back to Claude, paste here. Now this section. It looks perfectly fine now. So okay. So here we are going to start with media file from this particular file. So let me just copy this and create a new UI file. I believe we already have the media file. So let me just copy this. I believe it's done here. So replace with this. Okay. Now go back to data. Copy this for data file. Okay, go back to data, bottom, paste everything. Looks good. Now scroll down to the bottom. We need tutor.tsx, another section. So let me just right click on section, create a new file here. Now copy everything, paste everything. Looks good so far. Now it's trying to create some headshots for us. So let me just pause the video and get back to you when it's done. Okay, it's already done. So let me just download these four files. Okay, so let's just the editor complete this. Looks good. Download, 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 and down. Okay, so let me just go back to downloads, copy these four, go back to our public, and simply paste it. Looks perfectly fine. Now we need to wire it up, copy everything for page file. Where do we have that? Here. So let's go this. We need progress. Okay, we already have the progress. So let me just paste it. Let's rearrange this. Now looks good. 200 without any issue. So let me just check this out. Looks good, but there is a issue with the URL path. So let me just open the tutor, or maybe the data file. We don't. Okay, let's just create a tutor folder. It will be easy for that to maintain. So copy those, move those. So now this looks good. Now go back to again. Let's hit refresh, and hopefully it looks good. There is no issue with that. It's perfect. Everything works perfect. Okay. Now jump back to the next section. We need reviews. Let's print screen on it. Copy everything. Now paste this. Now this section. Hit enter. Now it will help us to create this particular section. Okay. Now let's start with data. Let's copy everything. Open a data file. Scroll down to bottom and hit paste. Looks good. Here we are need to use the learner folder for the images. So let me just scroll down. We need a new UI file called rating. Right click on the UI file, create a new file. Now simply copy the content and paste it. Scroll down. Now we need a learners.tsx file. Create a new file. We don't have that for here. So right click on it, create a new file. Now copy everything and paste here. Looks pretty good so far. Now wire it up, copy this, open the page file, link that up, copy this, and looks pretty good. But we are not seeing the images, so that might be risk. So here we have that. So let's download this one by one. Go back there, go to the downloads, copy these, move that. So I believe our folder name is, let me go back to the data file, learners. Now paste those photos in there. Now go back there, scroll down to the bottom. Here we are seeing the testimonial section, maybe, or the review section, whatever you like to call it. Looks perfectly fine without any issues here. Okay, so let's just go back to the next section. What we have here is the pricing section. So let me just get a good screenshot of that. I believe we have this. Yeah, there is one more thing in it. So let me just arrange it properly. Now get the screenshot again. Looks good. Now go back there, paste it, this section, and hit enter, and it will help us to create this particular section now. So looks good. Starting with the data file. So let me just close these files because there are too many files. We don't need anything. They're too distracted for that. Open the data file. Go back to the bottom. Okay, copy the data. Now simply paste it. Looks perfect. Scroll down. We need a billing toggle section where it will toggle from month to year plan. Create a new file, copy everything, paste here, scroll down to bottom. Now we need a new section called pricing cards. So new file, copy everything, paste everything. Looks good. Scroll down, scroll down. We need a pricing file, create a new section. We already have the pricing. So let's just copy this into that empty file. Now we need to fire it up. So let's just open the page file, use this one, to this one, and to this one. Hopefully everything will work perfectly fine without any issue. To scroll down, here we are seeing this as a month base, and here we are seeing this as a year base, but it's not changing. So why is that? So let me just get this. If you want to beginners, the label can be different too. Yes, we need the labels too. So let me just copy this, go back to the price card.tsx. So, okay. for the period. Here was that. Let me just close this so that we can see it pretty clearly. So that was the price, and that was the month. So let me just paste this, go back there, and now check it. Okay, wait a minute. What have I done? Yearly, monthly, yearly, monthly. Looks pretty good. Okay, so that way you can simply easily do that. Now go back there. It also works perfectly fine. Okay, for teams, relocating looks good. We need another section for that. So let me just get the screenshot. Now this section. Paste here. Let's simply hit enter and it will start creating that. So let me just close the unwanted files because we don't want only the data in the page file we need. Go back there. So here we are have the data, copy everything. Go back to the bottom, paste here. Looks pretty good. Now the component, create a sections team. So right click on it, create a new section called teams, copy everything, paste everything, looks good. Scroll down to bottom, now wire it up simply. Open the page file, and we have that, calling this teams, and looks pretty good. Now check this out, it's properly working without any issue. Now the next section is mobile app preview. Simply print screen on it, copy this, creating this. Now this section. Hit enter and it will start creating a content for this section. So let's just wait for a minute here. Okay, it's already starting doing that. So open the editor, close this file because we don't need that anymore. Now go back to the browser. Here our data file is completed. So let's copy this, go back there, go back to the data file, hit enter. At the bottom, paste it. Simple. Now scroll down. We need the UI file for phone. So we'll create a new UI file, phone, copy this, and simply paste it. Looks pretty good. Scroll down. We need the mobile screens also. Create a new section for that. Paste here. Let's copy everything. Paste here. Scroll down to the next part that we have here is the mobile file. Now create a new section called mobile. Simply copy everything, paste into the editor. Now scroll down to the bottom. So now it's creating the images. So let me just pause the video and get back to you when it's done. Okay, images is done. So let's download this. Open this. So remove this from there. Go back to the public, paste it on the root. Now what we need here, we already created this mobile phone. We need this to link it up. So open the page file, create this section. Now link it up, mobile, and close it. Now let's see how it will looks. It looks pretty good. There is no issue. There is no nothing wrong with it. Okay, looks pretty good. Now jump back to the next section. What we have here is the FAQs. Looks good. So let me just get print screen on it. Now go back there. Now this section. Simply hit paste and it will help you to simply start creating this particular section. So let me just go back to the editor, close the old file so that we can get more space to work on this. Go back there. So now our data file is being created for now. So let's see. Okay, it's looking good. So let me just copy this, go back there, and simply paste the data points. Now scroll down. We need a new section called FAQ list. So go back to the sections, right click on it, create a new file, and simply paste it. Now copy this and paste it. Okay, so the next section is faq.tsx. Right click on it, create a new file. We already have that, but we just need some content to it. So let's copy this, paste everything here, scroll down to the bottom. Okay, we don't need that for now. So let's just wire it up into the page file. Let's call this as a FAQ. Close it, save it, check it. Looks pretty good. With the animations as well, looks good. There is no need to change anything so far. So now move on to the next section. We have this kind of a blog section. So let me get print screen for that. So let me just paste this and hit enter. So now it's creating this particular section. For that time, let's close these. Go back to the browser. Here we have the data file. So let me just go back there, make some room, and wait for the data being created. It is. So let me just copy everything, paste here. Looks good. We need images for a journal as well. So let me just create a new folder called journal and use that name as well. Okay, a data file is done. So now we need to create a new section. So let me just go down to sections, right click on it, create a new file, simple, paste it. Copy everything, paste everything, looks pretty good. Scroll down, scroll down. Now it's creating these cover images. So let me just pause the video and get back to you when it's done. Click on it, click on it, click on it. All threes are being downloaded. So let me just get back to there, copy these, open this folder, paste everything here. Looks pretty good. Now we just need to wrap it up in our page section so that we can call it journal. Close it and save it the page, and here you will see everything looks perfectly fine without any issue. And with the cute animation as well, looks good. Now move on to the next section. Is this like a call to action? Now simply copy this, paste here. Now this, hit enter. It start creating this. So go back to the editor, close in our unwanted file, go to the data, make some room for there. And now our data is being created. So let me just copy this, paste everything here. Now we need this button variant as well. So let me just copy this type, open the button file where we have that in the UI buttons. We need this variant as well. Okay, we need a new file. Let's just replace this, save it, and in the const we need to add this line ink as well. So I believe here we have that here. So let me just paste this. Looks perfectly fine. Scroll down. We need a new CTA section as well. Go to the sections, create a new file, simply paste on it. We already have that, but we just need to copy paste the content to it. Copy the content, paste the content. Looks pretty good. Now we need to wrap this in a page so that we can see it properly. It's a CTA, close it, check it in the browser. Pretty good. Okay, let's move on to the last section is our footer. So let's copy this. Okay, now paste this and we are good to go. There is no need to worry about anything for now. Close everything. Now move on to the Chrome browser. Here we are, have the data file ready. Copy everything. Open the paste this for the data. Scroll down. We have the footer code here. Is it completed? Yeah, it is. So copy this. We need to go back to the sections and find the footer. Where we have that, we have that. Paste everything. Looks good. You just need to link to it. So go back there. So now it will be outside the main tag. So let's call this as a footer. Close this, save this, and you will see it will look pretty good. So with this, I think our landing page is completed. So now let's just check the mobile version as well. Just toggle this to the right side so that we can see it properly. Go to the inspect element. Looks pretty good. Animations looks good. These sections look good. It's also good. Okay. No issue with there. It also look good. These section also pretty good. Okay. Okay. Tutors, reviews, monthly, yearly. Okay. Next thing is that Android iOS, FAQs, blog, this, and some Google. Okay. So that's it for now. So let's just wrap it and let's understand how we build this for now. Okay. Okay. So in this video, we have learned how we can create a landing page with the help of Next.js in, and basically with the help of Cloud AI tools so that we don't need to write any code for that. But first, remember this. Most people just do simply type on the cloud and just simply create a new landing page for that and it will automatically design that. First thing, you just need to create a design file, work on the tweaks, work on the content, work on the design style, whatever you want. After that, then you will start creating a section by section style. So what does this do? That if you have a section by section vision properly clear, and you just need to write the code for that, then the AI tools are pretty good when you come to that particular point. But once you start simply just start create of one website for me, one e-commerce website, one landing page website, anything, that type of things will not work. You need to give them the perfectly clear instructions so that it can behave like this. Otherwise it will start creating something whatever it has that particular time at that consciousness. Okay, so just remember that. If you have any question, any doubt, anything, you can just simply comment to this particular video. I will try to help you to sort this out, sort that particular issue out. Okay. If you like, if you dislike, there is no issue with that. Simply, I will encourage anything comment that you want, any suggestion that you have, any recommendation that you want to see how it can be played out for that particular topic and or maybe on another concept to that. I will happy to create a particular video for that so that it can also be helpful for me to learn and also be useful for you as you have already requested to create that. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. See you in the next video with something spectacular next time.